At number 2, I have You're Bluffing. So a classic bluffing card game from many, many years ago. I've been on my watch list for a long time now. I managed to pick up a copy for very cheap, thanks to a fan of the show actually, so I appreciate you very much. This one is a game. When I read the rules, I was a little bit apprehensive about it because I thought this might be a little bit too wacky for my game group. I'm not sure how it's going to land. It could go one way or the other, but it turns out it went down really well. So this one, it's an auction style game where you're going to be revealing these animal cards, and these animal cards vary massively in terms of the points they'll score. So you've got these like little chickens that are only worth, say, 10 points per set of 4 that you've got, but you've got these horses that are worth like 1,000 points for each set of 4 that you have. So you can see the disparity in the points there. But what I do love about this game is this bluffing mechanism, where if you and an opponent have the same type of animal in your scoring tableau, then you can actually try to almost bribe your opponent to give you that card by playing these money cards face down in front of them. Now, they actually have no choice but to either accept your offer or to offer a counter offer for your animal of the same type. And if they accept your offer, then all is good. You just take the money, and of course you'll get the animal in return, but you don't know what that money is. So it could be loads, it could be these 0 bluffing cards that are worth nothing, and so on. But if you make a counter offer, it's quite interesting because you both look at those money cards individually, and whoever has bid the most will get those cards, but you'll swap the amount of money. So there's layers to the bluffing here where you might think, is he trying to rip me off? Or if he is trying to rip me off, I'll just make a counter offer, give him a little bit of money, and I'll probably win his card off him. But of course he knows that, and so on. So there's that real double think going into the gameplay here. Real dynamic state as cards are constantly swapping and changing between the players. And I love the way that this game does not offer you any change when it comes to money, because a lot like the cards you're collecting, the animal cards, the money comes in very strict denominations as well, ranging from 10 up to 50, up to 100, up to 200, up to 500, and you can never get change from those cards. So sometimes you are forced to overspend because you simply do not have the smaller card denominations. I like the closed economy in this game, as you know exactly what is in play. You have the potential to hoard money if you want to, and it's just a very enjoyable experience, to be honest. Now, my only nitpick is that it can go a little bit long. Not too long to the point where I was bored, but it felt like I played this game out by the time it was ended and I was ready to move on to something else. Again, not to the point where I didn't enjoy it, but it was something I was slightly aware of. But if you play with at least a sense of urgency, I don't think it's going to outstay its welcome. But if players are somewhat dragging their heels and you are playing at the higher player counts, then that you could potentially fall into that trap. So be careful of that. But all in all, a game that's aged very well, quirky art style. It's just a lot of fun and one of the best bluffing games that I've played. So that is You're Bluffing at number 2.